Hi, everyone. This is Jessie from Gaia Functional Medicine, nurse practitioner, owner, operator. And today I wanted to go do a presentation on lymphatic massage and drainage, why it's important in functional medicine, what it is, and how you can do it yourself at home, as well as some outside options. So, we're going to start with what it is. Your body is a powerful natural system called the lymphatic system and acts like a detox and immune drainage network. So, let me just say that in medicine, when we were taught about the lymphatic system, we called it kind of the trash system, meaning that that's where when you kill bacteria or any viruses that your body eventually beats, it deposits it in its trash system and then it flows out of your body, whether it be through urine, through feces, through breathing. Actually, breathing out is how ways that you detox these viruses or bacteria. So when that's why we call it the trash system. So all of the bad stuff to go there is the debris, the breakdown, and then it is essentially escorted out of your body. Because if it stays there, if we think of things staying somewhere like a pile of sludge somewhere, eventually bacteria grows, maybe fungus can grow. So keeping those bad things in your body after breaking down is not good. So that's why the lymphatic system comes into play, and it is actually recently, it's only recent in Chinese medicine. It's been talked about for a long time. It's very important. Everybody knew that back then. But in traditional medicine, a lot of people had no idea what the lymph system did. So they didn't pay attention to the drainage part of it and why it was important. So now we're going to learn a little bit more about that now. It's the cleanup crew, helps remove everything. When in functional medicine, when we're healing your body as a whole, we need to work on the immune system, clearing out all the trash or any of the bacteria that we kill that need to be escorted out of your body or done through the lymph system. So that's why it's an important part of the cleaning process as well. One of the ways to clean out the system is a lymphatic massage. So massages are great anyway, right? They decrease muscle tension. They get blood flowing, and which is essentially when the people say that, that means the lymph is flowing as well. The lymphatic massage or manual lymphatic drainage is a gentle rhythmic technique that helps move the lymph through the body, reduce swelling and puffiness, clear out toxins, support immune system, and ease symptoms like brain fog, fatigue, and bloating. And the reason that you're easing the symptoms of brain fog, fatigue, and bloating is because you're moving the trash out of your system. The trash that just sits there, remember the sludge we talked about a minute ago? If it just sits there, then they're toxic. So having a good lymphatic system and clearing those things out is important. You are born with a lymphatic system that is usually spot on. But as we age and also as we develop things like high blood pressure can cause lymphatic problems and have increased toxic burden in our body, sometimes our lymph system becomes overwhelmed. It can cause swelling. A lot of people have puffy faces or maybe even puffy ankles. Sometimes that can be due to CHF, congestive heart failure, and a fluid overload. But other times it is because the lymphatic system is not moving. The lymphatic drainage system is not moving, and we have to figure out why that is. Sometimes when you're doing like a massive detox, kind of what we do in our program here at Gaia Functional Medicine, your lymph system needs a little bit of help because you're killing off a lot of things all at once and it becomes kind of confused. Like why is all this happening now? We want it to happen now because that's our goal. We're trying to get the bad things out, but we also need to clear it out as well. So killing it is good, but we also need to move it. Having anybody that's ever had a home knows that if you kill an animal dies in your yard, eventually it starts stinking and decaying, and that is no good. It can draw other predators, and it can even create its own sort of infectious nest. That's kind of what happens in your body if you don't move the lymphatic fluid. So that's why it's important. That's why it reduces swelling and puffiness and inflammation because you're moving that fluid flu. And this is what happens in the lymphatic massage, which is different than, say, a Swedish massage or even a deep tissue muscle massage. This is strictly moving along the lymphatic pathway, which a knowledgeable massage therapist will know how to do, and moving that fluid. Clears out the toxins, support the immune system. Why is it helpful in functional medicine protocols? I kind of touched on it before, but just to reiterate, better detox support. So what I'm giving you in my practice at Gaia Functional Medicine through our protocols, at one stage in our protocol, you're going to be going through the purification stage. And that is where we're going to be killing off the bad bacteria. Maybe it's fungus, candida, um, viruses, whatever's in there, we're going to be killing that off through supplements or even some outside treatment like ozone therapy, high dose vitamin C therapy. But it's it's better detox support when when your lymphatic system is moving correctly because it moves all of that stuff out. We want waste out. Always waste is out away. Lymphatic massage keeps your detox pathways open and flowing. Uh, and it takes a little bit more than one time to do it, but we'll get into that at the end. It supports your gut healing. Most of your immune system lives in your gut. If you're healing from leaky gut, inflammation, infections, and bloating, then we're going to be killing those off during this process, and we're going to need to move the toxins that we kill off out of the body. Immune balance. The lymph system works closely with your immune system. If the immune system is overactive, like with autoimmunity, or underactive, uh, lymphatic massage can help calm the system and keep immune waste moving out of your body. So if you were to think of your home and every time you finish eating dinner and you just set the plate right next to you, eventually in a couple of days, and you're doing that with every meal, eventually you'll be covered with plates, but then also you'll have the food that is left on that plate, creating bacteria and it's not smelling well. And that's what happens when we kill off these bacteria. So that can release its own toxins as well. So on top of the toxins that we've already killed, if we're leaving bad food or bad waste around, that can cause the immune system to say, hey, wait, why is there a new one here? We just killed this guy. We just got rid of this guy. And it kind of makes it panic a little bit. So that's why it's important to keep the flow of the lymphatic system going. Brain and mood, like I said earlier, if we're just having those toxins kind of hanging around creating more toxins, then that can cause brain fog and confusion, memory issues, and headaches. A lot of people sometimes around the menopause age can kind of think, oh, well, these are just menopause systems, but it really could be a toxic burden in your body that needs to move through. And one of the ways that you can do that is through lymphatic massage. So signs like brain fog, memory, mood issues, and headaches can be a clue um, as to what's going on. And at Gaia Functional Medicine, we will do several tests through extensive interviews, filling out questionnaires, so we'll know exactly where this is coming from. Plus the physical exam, right? A lot of times during a physical exam, you can see someone that's puffy and you think, well, you got a toxic burden going on. We got to figure out what that is. Simple way to support your lymph at home. Not everyone can afford, maybe there's not a massage therapist in your area that performs lymphatic massage, or not everyone can afford it. That's totally fine. You can start here and then maybe save up to get a lymphatic massage every 3 or 4 months. You will definitely see a difference. But simple ways to do this at home. One of my favorites, dry brushing. This stimulates the lymph through your skin. There are a lot of videos on the internet of how to do this, but you need a soft bristle brush, not soft enough like to brush your hair. That's a little bit too soft, a little bit firmer, but you're going to be scraping your skin, essentially going along the detox pathway. So you don't want to damage your outer barrier of protection, which is your skin. Like I said, there are several free resources online. Get you one of those brushes, and then you do it before you take a shower, and then you can take a shower and just kind of feel all of that coming off of you. Plus, it scrapes dead skin, which is good, but we don't want to puncture the skin, which is our first layer of protection. Dry brushes can go anywhere from $3 to I've seen them $30, $40. But just start with one, and then you start it. And you can do it daily. You can start doing it. You can do it daily, definitely, but maybe start doing it once a week or twice a week. That way, we don't become overwhelmed with adding these time things to your shower until you see a benefit. Then, when you see the benefit, you'll want to do it every single day. Definitely hydration in medicine. In medicine, we know that fluid pushes fluid. So the more fluid you have on you when your body doesn't need it, it'll say, let's go to the bathroom and let it go. So along with dry brushing, if you were to increase your fluid intake, it'll take the bad toxins that are just hanging out in your body and then flush them out of your system, which is what we want. So hydration is key. Water is so important. This is what I tell people in my infusion practice. Water is so important, or hydration is so important. It falls from the sky, right? So you can get it whenever. Just go outside and open your mouth, but always just drink water. It's important. Water. You can't drink electrolyte drinks. You got to make sure the sugar content to it. If you're going to have water, add maybe a little bit of lemon to it. That acidic part will also help break down things in your belly. So water hydration is important first and foremost. Functional medicine, IV therapy, even traditional medicine. Gentle movement, walking, and yoga. And the reason that this is important is because any sort of movement is going to cause your heart to beat, and it's going to cause movement of what's going on in your body. If you're a sedentary person, like at your desk all day, your heart's beating 60 times a minute, maybe even slower than that, because you're not really using your muscles, you're using your brain, but you're not using your muscles. So any sort of movement can get those things going. When you're doing gentle yoga, there's a lot of stretching that's going on, a lot of pulling and stretching that pushes fluid out from the muscles into the body or into the body. So that's why those are important. Deep breathing pulls lymph through the chest area. A lot of people start having, when they're having sort of like upper respiratory issues, or even if you've ever had a sore throat or strep throat, you've noticed this kind of swelling that happens through here. A lot of deep breathing really opens up that area and breaks any sort of things that could be together, causing like not a clot, but causing congestion, breaks that up and allows your body to push it out. So deep breathing is definitely part of it as well. And all of these, except for the dry brush, are free at this point. So these are things that you can do on your own. One of my favorites, and I'm going to use this several times through several of our educating sessions, are castor oil packs. They are amazing. They support the lymph, gut, and liver drainage. You can get a castor oil pack. You can even put a little cotton ball castor oil, hexane-free in the dark brown glass bottle, on a cotton ball, and stick it in your belly button, tape it in there at night, and in the morning you'll notice decreased swelling in your belly. Your bowels will move better. Now, it doesn't happen overnight, but if in a week, you'll notice the difference. You can also get castor oil packs, apply castor oil to them, and put them on your belly and sleep at night, and you'll notice a big change as well. A little bit of money, castor oil. A good castor oil is probably $30, and the glass jar probably $30, but that can last you a long time. One of my absolute favorites is the mini trampoline rebounding. When we were kids, I remember being on a rebounder for 30 minutes. I mean, a trampoline for 30 minutes at a time, and we would prop each other up. It was a lot of fun. But as an adult, it's kind of the same thing. The up and down effect, flexing and extending your ankles and your feet are allowing you to push fluid through. And plus, it's a lot of fun. Start with a minute a day. I mean, it's really, if you haven't done it in a long time, it can be pretty, you'll be surprised how tired you get. Start with a minute a day of rebounding. The prices are anywhere. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace for $40, and I use it, and I'm probably up to 4.5, 5 minutes at a time a day, which is nice. You'll notice a lot of increased benefits with ankle stability, a lot more foot muscle strength, which is important to keep us up and not falling. The rebounder has tons of benefits. And we'll actually talk about it more in other education sessions. Lymphatic massage is gentle, but it's not for everyone. You should avoid if you have an acute infection, serious heart or kidney issues, blood clots, and active cancer. So the reason that you want to be careful for these and talk to your practitioner before you use them is if you have an active infection or fever and you're pushing it through, you're just spreading it through the lymphatic system. A lot of times the body has isolated, the infection is isolated to one place. Either it's made a little capsule around it, but it has all its soldiers there fighting. And if we were to push it through the lymphatic system, then we're just spreading it everywhere. Same thing with blood clots and active cancer. So be careful with those. Make sure you get cleared by your provider, by your oncologist, or your primary care provider. I at Gaia Functional Medicine will never clear you for this. So don't. So be sure to go through your provider or oncologist, your primary care provider or oncologist. The serious heart or kidney issues, a lot of times those are fluid issues. So if we're going to do a lymphatic massage and push a lot of fluid through at one time, that can overwhelm both the heart and the kidney issues. If you're a relatively healthy person, this shouldn't be a problem. However, if you do have any of these, please get cleared by your cardiologist or your primary care provider. How we use it for gut repair, detoxification, immune balance, recovery from mold infections, or chronic illness. Sometimes chronic illness can be caused by the stagnancy in the lymphatic system. So it's really one of the things that we try to input very early on in my particular functional medicine practice. So that was the education on the lymphatic massage, as well as interventions that you can do at home if you can't afford the lymphatic massage. And if you want to book a consultation with us to talk more about your particular issue, how maybe lymphatic massage can help you, or how we can help you at Gaia Functional Medicine, please give us a call at 772-356-0620 or www.gaiafunctionalmedicine.com to book an appointment. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.